If you've been searching YouTube for the craziest story about Greg Norman ever, search no further. It's in this interview by Travis Miller of PGA Memes with Greg Norman. Greg Norman himself tells this insane story. But first, let's look into the interior design of Greg Norman's house.
So let's talk about this real quick. So I understand this is something that your wife got for you on a birthday, correct?
I'm gonna give you a hint. It isn't an IZOD golf sweater, which, statistically speaking, is the #1 gift that women give to their husbands.
Yeah, correct. This is a bronze and it's 1.5 times size.
Actually not that weird. Who wouldn't want a 1.5 times life-size bronze statue of yourself in your living room?
And you know, the whole process to do that, they came and put my body in an entire cast.
Still not that weird. Remember when Han Solo was frozen in carbonite?
And the only thing that they had open was my 2 nostrils and my eyes.
How long were you in that?
I think 40 minutes.
Sounds like an expensive Asian mud bath.
Something like that, and
Wow.
I couldn't move. The thing was got so hot.
I don't know the exact temperature required to make bronze malleable, but I'd imagine it's higher than the body's temperature to become pure mush.
Oh, I bet.
As it dried out. And anyway, look, I think it's unique. I've never had a bronze done on myself, and you know, not many people who come into my house see it. So
Travis Miller, how about losing the hat inside Greg Norman's house and putting on something a little nicer?
yeah, my wife did a great job putting that together.
Greg Norman's wife really raising the bar on birthday presents. IZOD sweaters aren't gonna cut it anymore.
All right, so we passed this earlier, but I have to ask you.
Oh, the
what's story?
flowers?
No, my eyes not there. What's the story behind this?
At this point, you gotta be wondering, is Greg Norman's wife bronzing every part of Greg Norman for every birthday?
Okay. Cool story, actually. Every 2 years, my wife and I go to somewhere in the world we've never been before. And we both traveled a lot, right? So this was a trip we did to Bhutan.
This is starting to sound a lot like when your buddy tells you a story just to mess with you, and then you go repeat it for years to come, only to find out he was joking the whole time.
And in Bhutan, they actually worship the penis.
The good old days, when having a penis used to mean something.
And off every house, the penis hangs off one corner of the house, and off the other corner of the house hangs a sickle,
This is starting to sound like Hostel Part 3.
right?
Okay.
So every temple you go into, it's worshiping the reproduction organ.
A big shout out to the people of Bhutan who've put on their big boy pants and worship the male productive organ. Subscribe.
You actually walk into the post office, they're all lined around the top of the post office, all different sizes and
How
shapes.
wild is that?
It is crazy.
In Bhutan, diversity in shapes and sizes is accepted.
And everybody who comes in here, they look at it and they never want to talk about it, and they go,
I don't think anyone's going to want to talk about it if you've showed them your bronze birthday statue first. They're just going to assume that's how you roll.
oh, what is this, Greg?
Well, I passed by it once and I was like, maybe I should ask him something. We'll see.
The big boy pants golf takeaway is if you see one of these in your buddy's home, the question to ask is, have you ever been to Bhutan? If he says no, change the subject.
This here, there's 2 of them, right? Okay, there. Feel the weight of that. Now what this is, it's a Maasai warrior's spear.
Big boy pants golf refuses to be pigeonholed. You never know what you're going to learn on this channel.
It is one of the weapons the Maasai warriors use to protect themselves and defend the community.
The Maasai people live in Kenya and northern Tanzania. both countries known for their dangerous wildlife.
This is very, very sharp. It is sharp on the top it's sharp on the sides. So when it hits anything, it just goes straight through.
Yeah, I know. Lawn darts are illegal. These are just fine. Who wants one for their birthday? They match perfectly well with merch off of www.bigboypantsgolf.com.
So the only way to defend themselves is by having a spear.
Defend?
They never kill a peaceful wild animal. Never.
It's interesting that it's a jungle cat in a tree, and you'll soon find out why.
They only find the lion who attacked the cows.
But we don't have lions in the United States, or do we?
The Maasai warrior uses this to kill this, right?
If you paid attention to the Maasai warrior video, that picture that Greg Norman points out would be more accurate if the lion was attacking a farm animal. So it's correct, but could be more correct.
So think about this. So I spent some time in Tanzania, like 3 weeks. And so this is what they use. One's a pointy end, right? And the other one is a slicing end, right? Then we blunt this down. This is a little sharper here. Now, why is it sharp?
Having watched the Maasai video, I'm not sure that Greg Norman is using this product as the manufacturer originally intended it to be used, thereby potentially invalidating the warranty. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below.
Because at my ranch in Colorado, I got this obsession about taking a mountain lion by hand spearing it.
Greg Norman, say what? You want to hand spear a mountain lion? Yes, it's not a lion, but it still is a lion. That's the I'm so shocked and weirded out that I swallow a sneeze in my mouth sound.
Swear to God, I've tried a couple times and I've failed.
I've tried a couple times and I failed. Why isn't this story common knowledge?
It's a bit of a quirky idea.
It's a bit of a quirky idea. Understatement of the century.
But my friend of mine out of Tanzania came over and we started trying to do it. So what we do is we tree the lion.
The fact that this story continues is really Travis Miller's fault. He should have cut it off at some point, interjected anything, maybe cracked a few jokes, but he should not have let Greg Norman continue on with the story.
This is during hunting season, it's legal, right?
Not sure why Greg Norman wants to clarify to Travis Miller that it's legal, unless of course he thinks that Travis Miller is wired up by the FBI or the Federal Gaming Commission.
You tree the lion and you got your dogs down below, so you climb the tree, then you got to hang on like this, and the lion is literally, the tail's right here and they're urinating all over you.
I don't recall Voodoo Black Magic Witchcraft Doctor 101, but mountain lion urine either causes blindness or cures blindness. It's been a while, so I don't remember. For the record, if you do have a mountain lion tied up in a tree and it's urinating, don't waste it. The stuff is expensive and it's very useful.
The hissing them, the idea is to thrust it up into them as hard as you can.
You know, Travis Miller gets back into his SUV and asks his cameraman, did Greg Norman actually talk about hanging from a tree and trying to stab a mountain lion? Very surreal moment for Travis Miller, I'm sure, and everyone who watches this video the first time.
Well, you know, it's not as easy as what it sounds, right? So that was my...
That is insane. That's one of the most insane things. So that's insane that you were doing.
Yes, in quick succession, Travis Miller uses the word insane 3 times. It's a borderline medical diagnosis, and this is why this is the most insane Greg Norman story ever.
Yeah, my son and I were doing it. My son was down below. We had protection to a degree, but
Okay.
yeah, so we wanted to try it. And
Let's say that's very dangerous.
I'm just glad Travis Miller doesn't ask Greg Norman why he has 3 pygmies tied up by a boomerang by the pool. Things would have gotten even darker. So I'll ask you all at home, where would you rank Greg Norman in the Predator series?